All right. So we're gonna say a prayer, and then I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We got our Course in Miracles right here, and we'll get going. Okay. All right. All right, everyone. So close your eyes. Great gift, right, Amanda? Great. All right. Close your eyes. Let's take a big deep breath. Dear Mother, Father, God, Divine Source, Universe, all that is. We come together today with open hearts, open minds, and an open spirit. We allow tonight to be a time of love and support and guidance for everyone here and watching the replay. And we ask that anything that transpires today be of the highest vibration of love and the truth. And take a big deep breath. And together we say thank you very much. And so it is. Amen. Good. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. It's great to have you here. I want to say something before we get started. If you have your Course in Miracles, is there anyone here that is not familiar with the Course in Miracles? Just say yes. Yes, just say yes. I'll tell you more about that. But I do want to say one thing is that I believe very strongly that the work that we do here, that when you delve into this work, when you really start to apply this work into your life, everything changes for you. It is life changing. It literally is life changing. This work is life changing. Hi, Todd. Good to see you, Sweaty. It's life changing, and so seriously, and I am really being serious here. Um, okay, bye, Emerald. Good to see you. Come watch the replay. Um, is that this world right now is really insane. And what we do all the time is that look at all of the effects. We look at all the effects that are happening in the world with politics, with the environment, and I wanted to say a prayer for Dorian and the Bahamas, but anyway, we know that that's true. We already have our wonderful, beautiful prayers out for them. But this work is so cutting to the core beyond any kind of rearranging or changing what's happening. This work is the work that makes us have to face that the whole system doesn't work, right? The whole system doesn't work, right? Oh, Christine, I'm so sorry. Oh, God, we're going to say prayers for that too. See? Christine, I hope I hope you're safe. Just stay safe. Stay safe. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Another effect, right? Another effect, right? So the world and the results of our lives. We can keep trying to work in the realm of trying to change the results, or we can do this work. This work is fundamental. You're right. It's a whole paradigm shift. That's what brought me to the Course in Miracles in the first place. Is I was like, aha, this is addressing truly that it's a whole different association to yourself, to relationships, to the world, to life, to God, to everything. Because if we keep going on the same model, and this is a quote that's been running through my head over and over and over, and it's one of my favorite quotes. That's a big thing, Marcy, you're right. Is that Einstein said, you cannot change a problem at the level at which the problem was created. Take a deep breath, everyone. So to continue to try to change a law here or a behavior there or a reaction there, it doesn't work. I was just watching some politics just a little while ago, and someone said, well, we just need to go back to the way it was. Um, and my first reaction was like, well, the way it was exactly the way we got into this situation. So we can't go back. Remember, Lot's wife in the Bible. In the Bible, great, incredibly strong lesson. Lot's wife, do not look back, do not look back, or otherwise you will be turned to stone. Meaning that if you look back, you will stay still. So when I heard this politician saying, well, we're just going to go back to the way it was. No, 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 no. This work, what this is doing right here, is trying to help us to understand that we have to have a miraculous mind. We have to have a miraculous mind. Mind is cause. Everything else is result. So if we keep trying to change the world and change this, and you're going to stay, and our topic today is, are you going to be prisoner or are you going to be in peace? So you will continue to be prisoner in your personal relationships, in your finances, in politics, in climate and everything, if you or I continue to always, always, always work from the same model. This is a different model. It ain't another strategy. It's not another tool. It's not another bill. It's not another something to vote on. This is life changing. Take a deep breath, everyone. So with that being said, we're going to be working on Chapter 20, Section 3. Hi, Sarah. There is no to-do list. You're right. There's only a more to-be list. To-be list. Created by regrets and a lot of other things, Todd, right? A lot of other things. So, Chapter 20, Section 3 is what we're going to be looking at. And as I always say on these YouTube live streams, we only have so much time. But we're going to try to get through some of this. It's called Sin as Adjustment. And I'm going to pull a few things out here. We're going to talk about a few things here that I think is really incredibly. Am I back? Am I back? I'm going to wait for a second. Am I back? Let me know if I'm back. I'm going to wait here. Am I back? Sandy says I'm back. Hi, Sandy. Hope you're okay in Jacksonville. I'm sure you're okay. We're back? Okay, we're back. Okay, great. All right. Sorry, my allergies in my eyes are just driving me crazy. All right, good. Good, thank you. All right, everyone take a big deep breath. Good. All right, I'm going to read you a line. We're going to talk about it for a moment. We'll move on. I don't know how far we're going to get. We got like 15 more minutes. So let's go. All right, so on page 430, he says at the very top in paragraph 5, good, Sandy, that's great. All right. Sentence 5, on paragraph 5, he says, such is the world you see, a judgment on yourself and made by you. I'm going to say that again. Such is the world you see, a judgment on yourself made by you. Now, a lot of people will feel very, 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 very threatened by this, or they'll feel like, so I created Dorian, I created the fear, and I'm here to tell you, yes, you did. And that's what we are talking about here. We're talking about this whole idea that you can either be the prisoner of your projections, or you can be the receiver of the peace. That's it. That's right. Hi, Laura. You can either be a prisoner of your projections. So let me just talk about something really quickly here. In A Course in Miracles, he'll say, you're either projecting with your ego, or you're extending with love, with God, with Holy Spirit, with Source, right? So, and this is really tough to get, everybody. When we do not see the connection between, and we can use analogy here, whatever we want to use. Let's just look at Dorian. Dorian is one of the most horrible things that has happened in a long time, right? You look at what's happened to the people of the Bahamas, especially that one island, Alcona, and you see, if you choose to, if you watch the news and you listen, you know that I'm all about allowing you or empowering you to be able to see what's happening in the world so you can learn from it. Not so you can see from the world so you're fearful of it, and it brings up all of your like, oh my God, it's all Chicken Little, the sky's falling. Because a lot of us, let me tell you this, a lot of people right now in the world are Chicken Littles. They're Chicken Little. They look at what's happening in the world and they go, the sky's falling, it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. Say yes if you understand what I'm saying. Because that's what's happening. And be honest, you've done it too. I have done it too. But what that does is that it keeps you separate from the result. When you are separate from the result, individually, communally, culturally, or globally, then you stay separate from it, and you abdicate your responsibility in it. So you're going to be the prisoner of it, or or you're going to allow yourself to see, oh my gosh, something's going on here. That's the reflection of what's deep inside here. Dorian is happening. Let's just use Dorian because it's happening right now. Right now. Dorian is happening. I'm just going to throw this out there. This is my analysis. Because there are physical reasons. Don't get me wrong. But the tragedy of what's happening. Look at what happened with the boat in California. Look what's happened with all the shootings. Look what's happened with Dorian. Look what's happened with all the stuff that's going on right now. It ain't no coincidence. And if you're spiritual and you're like, there are no coincidences, well, you have to also apply that to what's happening in a global level. Because it's not just happening for you, it's happening for the whole situation, right? So you're like, oh, I thought about my friend, and then my friend showed up. I needed help, and then I got help. It's the same thing. But when we look at Dorian, when we look at what's happening with Brexit, when we look at what's happening with all this stuff globally, we have to be honest with ourselves. Is that what's happening globally is exactly the same that's happening personally, right? Personally. So when he says, such is the world you see, judgment on yourself and made by you. Now, this is what's going to happen, everyone. You ready? Is that the ego is hearing what I'm saying right now, And the ego inside a lot of you right now is saying, oh my God, then I better be a better person and something's wrong with me. That's the ego. You don't have to try to do or be anything other than your true self. Take a deep breath. We are guided. There is a vision, there is a force, there is a guidance principle in our connection with all that is, with Source, with God. But what happens is that we end up going, oh, I got to go take care of the Dorian situation. No, I got to take care of that situation or the gun situation or the people being in the situation. That's what got us into this problem in the first place. Do you understand, everyone? Someone said something. I just want to. Yes. It's happening to our planet and our world. It is. But Sandy, let me ask you this. Isn't it happening to your world inside you? Yes or no? Because that's important in this work that we do here. Is it happening in your world? That's exactly right, Marcy. Exactly right. So if it's happening in your world, it's happening on the outside world because the outside is the effect. We are the cause. But remember, everybody, what Jesus tells us and teaches us in the Course in Miracles is your greatest power is your power of choice beyond the insanity of the world or beyond the insanity of the ego. Right, Sandy, I get it. Right. So your personal life could be falling apart. And that's a good thing. I'm not immune to it. I'm not some saint sitting on the hill going, my personal life is falling apart. It is. But I also know I've done this work long enough to be like, oh, it's all a reflection. It's all a reflection. It's all a reflection. It's all a reflection. Right? Sometimes the dust scares us. That's right. Marcy, very good. That's right. My personal life is not great. I'm not going to sit here and go, woohoo, it's all fantastic. It's fabulous. That would be lying to you. And I'm never going to lie to you. I am never going to lie to you. I'm always going to tell you exactly the truth. Right? My personal life is fucked up. And then I look at the gun shootings, then I look at Dorian, then I look at this. Matchy, 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 matchy. I guarantee you, my friends, the people that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear about what's happening with Dorian and the shootings and all that stuff, if they're honest with themselves, their personal life is a reflection of what's going on out there. Oh my God, everything's hunky-dory and it's all fantastic. It's not. So where does this lead us? Listen, I have to just preach right now, everybody. I'm not going to read maybe more of this, but I'm going to encourage you to read this. Where does that leave us? We're like, okay, so I'm fucked up and it's fucked up. Oh, YouTube, I'm sorry. I'm screwed up and it's screwed up. I always forget on YouTube. All right, so my personal life's falling apart, and then everything else is falling apart outside that I see in the news or whatever. Where does that leave us? What do? I know, Laura, but YouTube has a little thing. Anyway, okay. I'd like to hear from you. Where does that leave you? It's going to be almost impossible for me not to swear on YouTube. Okay. So you see it, your personal, listen, of who's here right now, I know a lot of you. And I know your personal life is falling apart. And it is a direct reflection of what's happening in the world. It's true. It's true. I know you. It's not just me. It couldn't be just me. So the same exact principles of healing and transcending the ego's influence applies to your own life as it applies to the world. It applies to the world. And one of the things that's gotten us into this mess, from my point of view, and not just my point of view, but metaphysically, is that we've been like, I'm okay, everything's okay, I'm not poor, I'm going to pretend to be rich, I'm going to pretend to be okay, I'm going to pretend to be happy, I'm going to pretend that everything's okay, while underneath there's like, oh fuck, I can't pay my rent, and I'm just going to pretend everything's okay. Listen, I know, because this is what I've lived through, this is what I've done, is that I was like, oh, I'm just going to act as if, I'm going to pretend, because all you have to do is turn on your social media, and everyone's going to be like, oh, just pretend you're rich, just act like you're rich, just pretend like you're da 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 da. Well, underneath all that was this place of shame, was this place of hating yourself, was this place of not wanting to be where you were, so it's trying to get somewhere else. Well, that is what we're seeing with Dorian, that's what we're seeing with politics, that's what we're seeing with all this other stuff. Now listen, I'm going to take that, and I'll look back here for a second at your questions. And if you look at it, what's happening is that this whole thing with borders and refugees and migration and all this stuff that's happening globally is that people want to get out from where they are. Take a deep breath. As within is without. All people running away. I'm not blaming anyone. It's just the way it is. There's no blame here. We're just looking, right? We're just looking. So you see all the immigration problems and the border wall problems and all of those problems, everything. It's a total analogy of understanding that the human being itself, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, there's only one Father, there's only one Son. So everyone's experiencing the same freaking thing, are trying to run away from the truth of who they are. Right? So it's time to reset. It's time to reset, reset, reset. Let me look at the questions. Sorry, everyone. Hold on, everybody. So everything and everyone is unsettled. Do we just ride it out and go with the flow, or try to do something? What's God telling you? I can't tell you what to do. I said earlier today, if you're always trying to on my Instagram, if you don't have a place of silence in your life, you're constantly looking for guidance somewhere else. You have the guidance, Dorothy. You got the frickin' ruby slippers. But we have been trained, and we have to retrain ourselves as a culture, as a human species, to start to depend on the truth of who we are. Instead of, Max is going to tell me, Deepak's going to tell me, Oprah's going to tell me, they're going to tell me. Listen, I saw this thing with Oprah the other day. I mean, today, and bless her soul, I love her, and I bless all the people that are trying to help other people. I do, because that's me. But part of me was like, oh fuck, are you? Oh, dang, sorry, dang. Are you kidding me? Another outside source telling you what you should do. Stop. Sit down. Shut up. Listen. I guarantee you that when you sit down and you shut up, and the truth is more important than getting information from someone else or having Max tell you what to do, that is when you will know what to do. So, Sandy, to answer your question, I don't know what you need to do. I don't know. If you have not made a priority in your life to listen to the truth, we're all screwed. I could have said the F word. Take a deep breath. You are the society, Sandy. Why are you trying to take on the responsibility of the society? You are the society. It's the same thing. There's no difference between us and them. And if you do the work of A Course in Miracles, you'll understand that this is the truth. And it's an experience that happens. The walls of separation start to break down, and you're like, oh my God, my ex husband, who I hate, I'm not saying you, is me. The kid sitting on the corner who doesn't have anything to eat is me. The person who I am judging so much because they're not politically aligned with me is me. Sandy, thank you. Just the same for everyone. It's not we is me. We is me. Take a deep breath. I'm going to go back to these questions and we're going to wrap up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, hold on. No one is going to save you. Thank you, Mercy. Mary says, I tend to think things are falling apart politically, and maybe it is not a coincidence. Very good. My body's falling apart too. Mary, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Okay, then they're right. Sandy, everyone, you're not a body. You're not a body. Everything that we fear, that the ego fears, is telling us that we're a body. So everything that we're talking about tonight is all about this idea that we're going to lose our body. We're going to die. So what? Who freaking cares? If you think that your life is just my life with this and this, and my name is Max Ryan, and I live this, you have a lot of work to do. And we all have a lot of work to do, right? Every fear comes back to you believe you're a body. If you believe you're a body, you're screwed. Well, you're never screwed. Whatever. I'm going to say that again. You're not screwed because the truth of you knows this is just like taking one off ramp on the freeway and then you're going to go do the next thing, right? Well, we're partying in heaven right now because there's no difference. And listen, very good, Rebecca. And I'm glad you said that. And Sandy and everyone. Prayer is so important. And not a petition prayer. Do not have a petition prayer. Do not petition prayer, everyone, because the more you petition prayer, the more you're going to put yourself in this place. Put yourself in this place that you are a body. Maybe your prayer is, I'm listening. Tell me what to do. Maybe your prayer is, God hover over me in this moment. Not like, God help me. That's a petition prayer. God, make sure that my mother doesn't die of cancer. I know that's heavy, but don't do a petition prayer. Just be like, God, I'm listening. God, hover over me in this moment. That's it. That's it. So simple. Prayer's really, really popular. Oh, hi, Aaron. I walked through my front door a few months ago and realized dying is just like that. That's exactly right. Beautiful. Sometimes when everything is falling apart, and I want to say this really quickly, this might help somebody out there. There is always always, always, always a breakdown before the breakthrough. Always. That's the way growth works. That's the way our soul grows. That's the way our physical self grows. That's the way our mental self. There's always breakdown before breakthrough. But when you're in breakdown, you think it's the end of the world, right? You think it's like, I'm done. I'm not going to do it anymore. So just remember that, everyone. All right. Listen, I got through one line here. So let me just say this. If you're interested in being in peace, if you're interested in being a source of light and a channel of light in this world, read this. Read this. Let it sink into your soul, because your soul is reflected in this. And I want to say this. Thank you so much, Marcy. This is not the only way. You don't even need this book. But what this book does, what Jesus is talking about in this book, helps you to have a direction, have a way of navigating your spiritual life. Right? You're so welcome, Tempa. It's great to see you. All right, everyone, take a big deep breath. Say yes if you got anything out of our talk today. Say yes or give me a thumbs up or a 1 if you got anything out of our talk today. If you're walking away a little differently than you did before you came here, please give me a 1 or a yes or a thumb. How's it sound? Good. Hi, Tori, are you new? Welcome. And but everyone that's new, welcome. It's great to have you here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Extra wonderful. Thank you, Laura. I love you. All right. Great. No, thank you, everyone. Okay. So I ask you that because I want confirmation that the work that I'm doing is actually doing anything. I mean, I know it is. I know it is. Emojis. But I do want to say this is that if you feel like you would like to support the work that I'm doing, thank you for sharing. I love you. If you'd like to support the work that I do for you, completely free of charge, you can become a patron of mine for as little as $2 a month, and those patrons get some extra benefits, and it shows the universe, shows God, or whatever you want to call it, that there is value in the world. Because I'm going to be really honest as I look in the camera right now. If what I do is just another meme to you, I'm going to stop doing it. Because I could just go through Instagram, I can go through Facebook and be like, yeah, like. That's not my role. My role is not to have you. Of course, I use Instagram and I have memes or whatever. But my role in my life, my mission in my life, is to help you to find the light in you. Not for your ego, to have another thing to agree with. So, if what I do touches your soul and your heart, I invite you to become a patron of mine. It's in the link below, and it's all up to you. That's up to you if you would like to do that. But I have to ask you that. This is how I make my living. That's it, right? And then I want to do a little thing. I love you, Erin. Thank you so much. And Erin was great. She was just in our intuitive development circle. I love it. All right. So this is not to make you feel guilty at all. At all. Carol, I love you. I love you all. Listen, I love you all. I just want to put that out there to you because I believe very strongly of when you go beyond something and you don't just go, oh, I just listened to another fucking thing. Oh, there's my F word again. Just listen to another thing. I don't want you to do that yourself. I want you to be able to say, this is important work. This is important work. And I believe it's important. Okay. All right. This is a programming note. Here's the deal. I am going away. We're going to Paris. We're going to New York tomorrow. Then we're going to Paris. Then we're going to London. So I have decided that we are going to create. I'm going to create, not you. I'm going to create a whole series called Positively Paris, and so we will definitely. I'm going to be doing YouTube real edited videos coming up, and I'm also I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing lives. So just know for the next few weeks might be a little bit weird with the live thing, but I'll try it. I'll try it. Okay? Pally, Pally. So just know the next, few weeks, the Monday and Wednesday, which we usually do, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. So sit back, chill, subscribe, and you can see the Paris videos, and I'll get on live when I can. That's all I can do. All right, everybody. All right. I love you so much. My love goes out to you. My heart is open to you, and I will talk to you really soon. All right. Have an incredible, incredible, incredible night. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.